Everybody shut up and action. Is Blue Box a good anime? Hell yeah, man. Like, Blue Box is probably one of my favorite romance animes right now. This is the story of a guy who is playing badminton. He goes to high school, he plays badminton in the badminton club, but he goes early for practice because he wants to be one of the best in the club. He wants to win the inter-high, and he also goes because he has a crush on a basketball player who's a year older than him, and she also comes early to work on her game because she also wants to win inter-high, but for basketball. So yeah, you got this interesting story of a guy in love with a girl. They're both playing sports. They both want to pursue and win and go competitive in sports, and they just train early together in the morning because they're both early at school, one of the only people there, because they are really dedicated to the sport and really passionate about it. The twist for this anime comes is that the girl's family is moving away, but her parents and his parents happen to be friends, so she ends up moving in with him for the school semesters. So the guy is living with his crush in his home. Interesting anime, interesting story, and it does feel really interesting of a watch. It's a story of a love triangle. There's him in love with his crush who plays sports, and then he has another suitor where one of his childhood friends is another girl who does gymnastics and is trying to go competitive in gymnastics and is one of the best gymnasts in the entire school system right now, and she is in love with him. Both these girls are absolute beauties in this context of this anime, and there's a lot of romantic tension in the air, and it is one that is really interesting to follow. You love following the characters, their psyches, their interests, their entire personalities. They're all really intriguing and exciting to watch. The friends, seeing that it has a nice blend of pursuing your goals from the aspects of all three characters, more minorly in the girls because the guy's the main character, of course. So you're really intrigued by this entire aspect of him pursuing this entire journey of wanting to win the inter-high, training in badminton, training with his senpais, but then you also get this romantic aspect that doesn't feel like it's overshadowing the entire journey of him in this sport, but at the same time it also does impact him, his psyche and his entire thought process. Like, oh my god, he's in love with one girl but has his friend also crushing on him openly. How does that impact him? How does that impact his game? How does it impact his training journey? How does it impact his relationships with his friends, his senpais, his crush, his childhood friend? Anyway, it is an absolute beauty of a story to watch unfold. A lot of romantic tension, a lot of tension in general, a lot of excitement towards the story, inspiring motivation from seeing his dedication towards his sport. Seeing how external factors like this entire romantic tension and other stuff impact him not only in his sport, in his school life, in his other relationships. It is honestly a really expansive anime that covers a lot with just a few key points, which really makes it a really enticing watch for sure. It has beautiful animation, great voice acting, nice soundtrack. The opening and closing were pretty nice, and overall it was a really, really enticing anime to watch. I really fell in love with it. I was looking every week for the next episode. I couldn't wait for the next episode. It's not really ending on cliffhangers or anything where you desperately need the next episode, but like being able to binge it would be really nice because it is a lot more enticing to watch. Sometimes the waiting for the next episode was a little I don't want to wait type of vibe, but that wasn't the case after every episode because it's not like a thriller where it's leaving you on cliffhangers or anything. It's just more of a character story, slice of life sort of thing, while at the same time having a blend of sports and romance and seeing how all that mixes together in a typical high school sports player's life, following the romantic story of that with all those typical anime romance tropes of, oh my god, school festivals, school clubs, and then the sports story of we're following this journey. So it creates that unique blend of romance and sports anime journeys that creates a really enticing anime to watch for sure, and also has interesting characters, so that really makes the anime a lot more interesting too. So yeah, that is Blue Box. I really love this anime. I give it a solid 85%. I can't wait for another season because it definitely needs one. I need to see where the story goes. I do not want to wait much longer, so I can't wait for the next season. I love this anime. That is Blue Box. Peace.